Some more cuts today for the 2x72 belt grinder. So my last video was for the motor plate. We're doing some cuts on some 3/8 thick mild steel using a Hypertherm 65 with the mechanized torch. I'm running about 65 amps, 40 inches per minute on the feed rate, and I think that's just about it really. So I'd kind of set my beer down here, and so that was kind of my last run I'd made on the motor plate. Turned out pretty good. Well, you can really make that out there. I've got a little bit of blurriness, but nonetheless, yeah, it's some pretty good cut quality on it. And let's see how this platen turns out today. All right, here we go, guys. Hopefully we don't have any hiccups. Let me get this torch out of the way. We'll take a look at it. As I said, makes a pretty clean cut. I get asked about hole tolerances and things like that, as far as how accurate are the holes. A lot of it depends on your settings. If you're running at the high end of the recommended speeds, hold on a second here. I'll turn this compressor off for a moment. So, yeah, a lot of guys ask about, cut quality of holes. Is this going to be precise as a drill? Absolutely not. Is it going to be, precise as a laser? No, absolutely not. It's not going to be. It's going to get you pretty darn close. Normally, I do add a little bit to my hole sizes. So, for example, if I got a 1/4 inch hole or a 3/8 hole, I'll usually add about 20 thousandths or so to my hole size to account for just any taper in the hole, things like that. If you need super precise holes, then you ought to leave that for the milling machine, or if you're really worried about it, just take it over to the drill press, maybe cut some smaller holes, and then follow up with the drill press, give you a pretty clean hole. I probably wouldn't recommend doing it that way, just because you do tend to get a little bit of dross, and you could possibly get some hardening of the edges here depending on your material type, and that might result in some premature drill bit wear and things like that. But honestly, for these here, I'm not going to be doing any cleanup with them as far as reaming them, drilling them, milling out anything. I'm just kind of letting the plasma cutter do the work, and I'll clean it up with the wire wheel pretty good. You know, if I notice any kind of burrs left in the holes, which, like I said, this thing usually does a pretty good job. I mean, I don't have my digital calipers here where I could just quickly measure that for you, but like I said, this thing usually does a fairly good job of cutting some pretty accurate holes, as long as you do your part on the programming aspect of it. Yeah, this will be perfectly fine for most projects, but need super accuracy, yeah, leave it for the milling machine and you'll have a heck of a lot better results. But I'll tell you what, if you're into fabricating, things like that, this table has been a complete game changer. You know, something like what we just cut there, for me to fabricate that, you know, I'd have quite a bit of time, probably hours, in fabricating this part, just with layout, drilling the holes, cutting the grooves, or if I'm setting up on the milling machine, I mean, I would just have tons and tons of time. So yeah, if you're into fabrication, you need to get you a plasma table. These things are they're starting to become more affordable. You know, definitely speeds up your shop production, you know, if that's your thing, if you're worried about time. But you know, what's the old saying? Work smarter, not harder, right? Little price to pay up front, you know, but totally worth it in the end. So anyways, if I cut any more parts out, I'll try to make sure I get those recorded, post them to the channel. Like I've said in my other videos, got a lot of different stuff going on with my channel. A little bit of shop work as far as metalworking, things like that. Do a little bit of reloading, some shooting, things like that. So if that's the kind of stuff's interesting, just stick around. I'll try to post some more stuff to the channel. Talk at you later, guys.